to the WSWA 72nd Annual Convention and Exposition in Orlando, Florida. I'm Meredith May, publisher and editorial director for the Tasting Panel magazine. And today, my guest is David Farmer, the newly appointed president of Fishbowl Spirits, specifically Blue Chair Bay Rum, founded by country superstar Kenny Chesney. David, welcome to WSWA
Thank you.
TV.
Glad to be here.
In addition to being the president of Fishbowl Spirits, you've also been Kenny Chesney's tour manager for 18 years. How has branding and consumer outreach on the music side helped you launch the brand on the spirit side?
Well, you know, the quality in which Kenny produces music and prepares himself for his shows, for tours, is the same way that he approached the rum. And it was one in which where quality was first and foremost. And so he's as proud to pour a drink for a fan or for his friend just as much as he is to play a new song that he's written or recorded. So he has dumped a lot of passion and time and energy into it. And so when you have that philosophy, and it's been so successful in the music business, and he now has shifted his interest over here as well, and we've taken the same philosophy doing so, I think you can see that in the product.
Very good. And now that you've dipped your toes into both categories, how have you seen the difference between promoting music and promoting spirits?
Well, promoting music, you know, you can release a song to radio one day, and the next day it can be the biggest smash in the world. In this industry, I've seen that it's very intricate. No room for shortcuts. Your T's have to be crossed, your I's have to be dotted. So it's taken longer for this, you know, to develop and happen as you do with music. And with anything, good things will come if you have the patience, especially if the quality is there, which it is here.
Right. Kenny Chesney has such a great fan base known as the No Shoes Nation. How has that fan base helped sustain the popularity of getting the rum onto on and off-premise locations?
I think with that, it took out some guesswork on where our market was, where our demographic was, and they were there, so it made that step easier to kind of decide that's where we wanted to go. And when you look at the growth of the brand, if you look at some of the marks and some of the highlights of our first year of Blue Chair Bay, you know, we set some records from conception to shelf. And so I would have to say that having that fan base there was very important, you know, to launch with.
And speaking of fan bases, there are a lot of fans out there loving premium rums right now, and there's a lot of new brands coming into the market. How do you deal with that competitive category as a whole?
I hate to repeat it again, but it's quality. And you know, I think with you know, with the number of mixologists that are out there now, and the trend and the culture cultivating towards these mixers, it's kind of opened it up, you know, even broader for us to come up.
And when you think of Blue Chair Bay rum, it really encapsulates a day at the beach. How do you promote the brand to bartenders and buyers in the dead of winter?
See, to me, that's the most relevant time to do it, because when we do what we do on the road and Kenny performs, it's always summer, the energy level's always high, so why not bottle that? And to me, when it's cold outside and you want to splash the summer and you want to feel the feeling that you get when you're in summer, to me, that's the best time to have a rum drink.
Oh, that's true, that's true. But there are also accounts that really don't cater to that beachy drink or the tropical type of poolside drink. So how do you deal with that type of account?
Well, I think with the creative, like I said earlier, with the creative ways of mixing drinks now, whether it's a complicated mix which you're beginning to see with ingredients. I think it takes the rum off of the tiki bars and the bar sides and makes them a little more, I don't know what the word is, but there's a more complex now way of mixing rum where it becomes more specialized, I guess, that you can drink whether you're indoors or you're at dinner, rather than just by the pool in your bathing suit or whatever.
And I agree, because the rum is so complex and has so many levels to its taste profile that it is. It can be whatever it wants to be.
It can. And we have a pretty extensive palette of flavors, too.
Exactly.
So when you add that into the mix, and they're all natural flavors, it makes it easier for the mixologist to come up with these drink recipes. And so again, that allows you to have it in different settings than just the cooled and
That's
tea.
right, because mixologists today, they do like to be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
And your last flavor, which was sensational, is banana.
Yes.
So do you have anything to tell us that's new in the works?
We do.
All right.
So this is April, 1st of June. We will be launching vanilla and banana cream.
Oh.
Yes. So we had coconut spice cream was launched in the fall of 2014 for fourth quarter and Christmas. And the cream was so successful that we thought, there may be an opportunity here for some cream. So we were in our last board meeting, and we already made a decision to relaunch the cream, the coconut spice cream in the red bottle. And Kenny says, with summer coming up, I think we could switch the bottling and get banana cream out. And that's how he thinks. That's how in tune he is with the brand.
He's very connected.
Extremely connected. He said, I don't think of the coconut cream spice in summer. It's winter. Banana drinks are great for the summer. So Ro, who is with Savvy Drinks and oversees our bottling, was in our meeting too. And so he says, Ro, can it happen? She gets on the phone and we're like, 3 weeks out to making a decision. And so we decided to launch the banana cream earlier instead of later, so it'll be out in June.
Not only is this great for mixologists, but I can definitely see pastry chefs coming up with wonderful ideas for it, and I think that's the next movement as well.
Yes, there is. I know there's a restaurant or two now that I've seen on the menu, Bananas Foster's, and it's been made with just the banana flavor, so I'm curious to see what the cream will bring.
It's fantastic. Okay, I want to know one more thing.
Okay.
How do you like your Blue Chair Bay rum?
2 ways. I like it, A, on the lake, because I'm a lake boy.
All right.
And B, I love it at home when I come home from the road. The kids are down, and I'm catching up with my lovely bride in a hot tub.
That's a good answer.
Yes.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching WSWA TV.